My name is Amber Reed, R-E-I-D, birthday 12/27/90. I'm turning 32, but like I'm almost positive my like mental age, like my brain is stuck at 17. I'm actually starving, so okay, yes, I troll. Whatever, Trollin has entered the chat. I'm totally fine with a clickbait title because you guys know I love me a clickbait title. You're not paying attention to your health, you don't care about your health, you don't care about your body, you want to die, you could have ate healthy, you chose not to, do you really need to go on vacation, you need to buy health insurance instead. I just don't want to hear it.
No one cares!
Hey guys, Grüße aus Deutschland, greetings from Germany. Miss Amber posted about an hour ago. I guess I'm always just lucky that way, you know, here and there, click and I see if she's posted. And there it is, a new vlog called Explaining My Diet, Starting Therapy, Exercising Scares Me. And the whole thing is 27 minutes long. And so let's just see what she has to say.
Hello, welcome to a new vlog.
Okay, Amber, this is getting really painful to watch. You've got to do something to lose some weight. And can you wash your hair? So, is that because a bunch of reaction channels have mentioned how far behind she is and how the audience is losing interest? Is that where we're putting the date on the screen now? So today is March 24th and I don't believe it, but she states that she has recorded this on March 20th. So only 4 days ago.
So I actually just got back inside from taking Twinkie.
I do not think so. Because all these things you're talking about and emphasizing that you're doing, you could easily just bring your phone. Remember when you said you don't want to carry around the vlogging camera anymore because you hate the tripod, and so now you're using your phone and you're taking Twinkie and you cannot even bring the phone? I'm not buying it. You are not leaving the house and you are not taking showers. You have a greasy neck. Look at that. This is really painful.
To the pots. So now I'm actually about to go through my bookshelf because it's kind of time we dust her and we go through her, organize her. I know you guys love that.
Nope. Not only did I cut out the part where she was doing something with her books, I didn't even listen to it, but also she was doing some kind of cooking, or I don't know, I saw a skillet and so I kept going. And also the P.O. box part, that is this one, but I just had to stop because look at her hair. And look at how big she is. And Amber, if you are watching this video here, listen to me. You need to do something. You're gonna eat yourself into an early grave, and we are all watching this, and you are using the money that you're making off of YouTube to do it. Don't you think there's something wrong with that? Dude.
8 of these? Get your crayon. Oh my gosh, this is so cute.
Oh God, look at that greasy hair. All right, but I'm gonna keep skipping. I'll be right back. Okay, so I think something funny is gonna happen.
But thank you guys so much. Like, I could just make like whole video. I could just make like whole videos, obviously just dedicated to this, but I like, you know, sprinkling it. And
but you haven't been, girl. For the most part, you've been holding merchandise into the camera and it's getting boring. And if you were losing weight at the same time, I wouldn't even protest so much. But it's pretty apparent that you're not moving around at all. And every time you do a haul, Wipey is around. You're a paid caretaker.
And you know what? Wait, I'm too excited. I need to stop talking. I'm gonna go try these on. I'll be right back.
Okay, that is funny. I mean, if I was her, that would crack me up with every step. Look at that.
I have packaging stuff all over my dress.
I'm really impressed that we can even see the shoes. You know what I'm saying?
So, you guys, it literally feels like I am walking on a pillow or something. You want to try them, babe? You guys, low-key. Damn, my hair is a mess today. Low-key.
Not just today, but the shoes are amazing. I hope they're gonna get you to walk more, because they look like they're comfy, you know. And maybe you feel compelled to move around a little more.
Key, those shoes are comfy. Like,
They look good.
for around the house, hell yeah. Thank you. Okay, you guys, so I actually had a few people ask me if I've been exercising, moving more, etc.
I don't know why people would be asking that.
I have, but I obviously do not talk about everything.
I think you're talking way too much about the things that you don't do, and you're not talking about the things you should be doing if we all bought your narrative of aiming for weight loss surgery. And so we're not hearing about any kind of diet, about anything weight loss related, and we can see that she is gaining weight. So that's all strange. It defies logic. That's why it's so hard to watch all of this.
My life, a lot of people assume if I'm not showing something, then I'm not doing something.
No, here you go again. You did that before. During the shrimp mukbang, you said that just because we see you eating, and at the time you were like, I don't know, I was guessing at the time 600 pounds. And so you were sitting there and you were ingesting all that food, and you did it like mukbang after mukbang. It was so hard to watch, and we kept seeing you gain weight, and then you just didn't talk about doing weigh-ins anymore. And when you did them, there was proof that you had faked them when you were trying to use the tear function or whatever. I don't care. That was years ago. But in that video, you said
Just because you are seeing one meal out of the, 15 I have in a week. How is that going to decipher everything?
And so we don't have to have a camera in your apartment 24/7 to know that you are not losing weight. You don't even have to, come up with numbers anymore where you tell us your weight. It's not necessary because we all have eyes and we can see you.
Not how it works. So what I do is I write down what I'm going to do, how many
Also, what you write down does not mean that you are doing these things. I don't know how delusional one has to be to believe that.
times I'm going to do it on a piece of paper. I like
Why don't you put it in your bullet journal that we haven't seen since what, January?
things that are more obtainable that I could physically see, mark off. So what I do is I do each of these things 3 times, and then I write how many reps that I did.
We've heard the same talk before in 2019, and nothing became of it, and you gained even more weight. So let's talk more doing.
My goal is to always do the same or more than I did the day before. So I stretch, I walk in place, I do warm-ups, crunches, leg kicks, punches, and high knees.
Whatever.
I do all of these things 3 times for as long as I can, or what feels not comfortable, because you don't want to be comfortable when you're working out. That's not exactly the right word for it.
Is this a TED Talk from a 570 to 80 pounder about what you should be doing when you work out? That is not happening right now.
But until you just can't do it anymore without like hurting yourself, obviously. So
No, then you even push through the pain, but you've never done that before, so whatever.
I'm gonna go do those.
Of course, off camera, we know.
No, This is not a workout with me. I'm gonna do it alone, like I
Yeah, and off camera, and that means you don't do it.
have been doing it. But I kind of just wanted to introduce it to you guys that, yes,
What? The concept of working out that you do not do?
I do have a little exercise routine that I do. And
I strongly doubt it.
then I just put it in a folder and I redo
Forget about it then.
the same thing tomorrow. Sorry for the sloppy handwriting, but I just wanted to show you guys what it looks like.
That means nothing. You writing down something doesn't make it happen.
Super simple, and this is just easiest for me because I like visualizing, you know, and I think
Or showing fake proof to your audience, and then later on we find out that you didn't do something anyway.
that's a reason why I really like reading books. Some people have been telling me to get a Kindle, which I do have a Kindle, but it just doesn't feel the same. I like physical in my hand. That is why I like pen to paper. Not everything has to be technology based.
Okay, I actually agree with her on that. But other than her, I don't write down stuff that I never do.
Alrighty, so here it is. Here is how I did. W stand for whole and S's stand for separate. So whole just simply means instead of counting one rep as one punch, it just means one rep is like
Complete waste of time.
both your arms. Same with like the leg kicks, but I do high knees separate. So that's just what.
And I don't mean her writing it down. I mean, if somebody writes it down and actually does it, then it's not a waste of time. But she took the time to write it down. She doesn't work out. And she's wasting our time reading through this list.
What that means. But yeah. So one of the main reasons why I wanted to, okay, got a little fuzz. One of the main reasons why I wanted to talk about like my exercising today is because I wanted to talk a little bit about like I get anxiety exercising. I get really bad anxiety. Sometimes like
Maybe she's mistaking that for her heart actually pumping harder. But no, that would be me assuming that she actually works out.
verge of panic attack, and that's scary for me. And I know what is causing it, but I don't know how to stop that anxiety feeling. So what is causing it is rapid like heart, just your heart beating quicker than usual.
Well, there you go.
It's not beating above beyond what it should be. It's at a really good rate when I exercise, but I correlate my heart beating really, really fast with anxiety and vice versa. Anxiety makes me have a really fast heart rate, but then me having a really fast heart rate gives me anxiety. So it's like this like vicious cycle, obviously.
Okay, so I've never had that before. And I frequently have a faster heart rate because I move, I run to the bus or whatever. And so I don't know. I think there could be a relation, between having anxiety attacks, which I don't know if she has any, but assuming that she does, and then you work out and you feel your heart beating faster, might scare you that another anxiety attack is coming on. I don't know.
That anxiety is not stopping me from exercising. It just doesn't take away that feeling. I actually hate it. And I don't feel like it's irrational because obviously someone my size, like your heart beating fast is a scary feeling.
Yeah, and you can't overdo it. But a scary feeling should also be overeating and being full to the brim. And then getting all lazy and then laying down to sleep when you've been told you have sleep apnea and you never got the CPAP machine. And so you're taking all kinds of risks being this kind of weight.
Because being the size, your heart has to work more than the average. That's an obvious thing. So
yeah, but your heart already has to work much harder than the average heart because of your size.
So I wouldn't say it's really irrational. So usually if something irrationally gives me anxiety, obviously still hard to overcome, but it's more so like I'm able to be like practical and rational and be like, girl, come on now. But with something that isn't irrational, like I feel like this is actually pretty rational, that I get anxiety from that. I think that's what scares me more, because it's like, okay, so you have a reason. So is that reason true? Is your heart really okay? Is it about to combust? It is what it is.
You do have a Fitbit, don't you? Can't you monitor your heart rate? I do.
But it's not stopping me from exercising. Everything that I am doing is totally fine. It's nothing too extreme. Obviously, I'm not gonna like overdo it. Although there are times where I'm like, damn, like ouch. But that's just like if I'm using my muscles more than I normally would. So I just
See how she has problems again looking into the camera lens because she's just full of shit. I don't think she's working out and she's not taking showers. And where's that cycle sheet? I gotta dig that up and put it in one of these videos.
feel like I'm rambling, but really that's the reason why I wanted to introduce, like, yeah, I do exercise, and yeah, this is what I do. But this is why I don't really talk about it, because
And you clickbaited it by saying explaining my diet, starting therapy, and exercising scares me. That's probably that part.
it doesn't bring me joy like it would other people. Everyone always says exercise lets off certain, endorphins. It makes you feel good. Not me.
Because you're not exercising, you should try it sometime. It really does help.
Nope. So I just don't want to like persuade anyone into like not exercising or like whatever, like, because exercising is really good for you, but
I doubt anybody takes advice from you at this point.
get anxiety exercising. So I do have a little bit of updates when it comes to weight loss surgery. I do have more.
Is this gonna go at the end of my compilation? Because I'm gonna keep adding to it, and then one day I'm gonna post it when she's done. When she, whatever, finally comes clean and says, yeah, I was just bullshitting my audience.
So welcome to weight loss surgery update.
Oh, God.
Like,
Again, I mentioned it, I think, in my last video, but she's been doing this since the end of November. Can you imagine for how long we've been listening to this and she keeps getting bigger?
I'm really excited doing these updates because every update just means I'm a step closer, and it's just really exciting.
And you blatantly lie in them. And by now we can tell, because if we compare your statements, they just make no sense, totally aside from the fact that you lied about the intensity of that storm you guys had in Lexington.
So the psychologist who actually approved me originally for surgery, I have been emailing with him. There are
Wait, at first we're emailing with the dietitian, now we're emailing with him. When you just got done telling us in the last video that was it the last video? I don't even know. You told us that they're going to have a meeting. The dietitian, the psychologist, and the surgeon are going to have a meeting next week. You were not involved. You don't have an appointment, and yet you said it in your vlog or in your weight loss surgery update.
some things that I do not want to talk about right now,
Because they're not true, because you're just bullshitting, because you're not in touch with any of these people. Maybe the dietitian, and she probably told you, if at all, right? If at all. I'm just going with the narrative here. But the dietitian probably said, yeah, so the surgeon is busy, the psychologist is busy. If you have any questions, ask me. That's as far as I can possibly go in believing that, right? And so the psychologist is not going to email back and forth with her. You know how I know that? I live in Germany, okay? But I used to live in the States, and I know it's the same over there. So a doctor's time is very expensive, and in the States it's even worse because they have to take out insurance in case they're being sued, right? Let's just start from that point. And so every time you say hi to a doctor, it'll cost you something. She pays out of pocket, according to her narrative, right? She pays out of pocket. And so there's absolutely no way that she's emailing back and forth with these people. And she keeps closing her eyes and she can't look at the camera.
we'll talk about eventually, but right now I just feel like to protect myself, my mental, and my privacy.
My mental what? My mental condition? My mental state? What? My mental health? Mental by itself is not a word.
I am not going to get into it,
Then don't hint at it.
but I will say there have been some developments.
In your weight, we can tell.
I do have my appointment with my team, including the surgeon, coming up, and I'm so excited.
I doubt it because in your last log you said that, or in your last weight loss surgery update, you said that they're going to meet next week.
I think things might be different. I don't really know, but as of right now, they want me to do 12 sessions with a therapist. I can do 2 sessions a week.
When did she quit her last therapy? What happened?
I can do 1 session every 2 weeks. So obviously, the quicker I do it, the better. But it's not just up to me, you know. Yeah, I actually officially have a new psychologist, and I'm really excited. I asked the psychologist who originally approved me for weight loss surgery. I'm sorry, this is gonna get confusing because there's a lot of professionals, and I try to give you guys what I can. I ended up asking him, I was like, you know, do you...
Okay, wait, so which one is it now? I'm going to have to go back.
Yeah, I actually officially have a new psychologist, and...
Okay, so she calls a psychologist a therapist, and now she's starting therapy, even though... Did I miss it, guys? Let me know if I did. I probably did. Sometimes what she says sounds like wah wah wah. I cannot. I'm listening to her and I know it's English, but I can't retain the knowledge because she's just babbling and rambling. And so okay, so let's stick with that. So it's a therapist, it's a psychologist, and she has to have sessions with that one. Okay.
And I'm really excited. I asked the psychologist who originally approved me for weight loss surgery. I'm sorry, this is going to get confusing.
Okay, so that's a different person. So a psychologist approved her for weight loss surgery, and the one that is above her dietitian is a different one. No, that's probably the same one. And now the therapist or slash psychologist she's talking about is a different one, right?
Because there's a lot of...
And the only reason why I'm interested in knowing this is because later on I'm going to nail her to it.
professionals, and I try to give you guys what I can. I ended up asking him.
Yeah, so far what you're serving us is not making any sense. And I keep thinking of Zachary Michael.
Shit's not adding up, besties. It sure the fuck isn't.
Like, you know, do you recommend any therapists or psychologists? Anyone good? Anyone that you feel like would be a good fit with me? And he actually sent over 6, and I chose one. I called, and I made an appointment. So my appointment for that is also coming up, and that'll be my...
Okay, if that is true, Amber, do yourself the favor and do not lie. But then again, I know deep in my heart that you have mental disorders that make it impossible for you to tell the truth. And so maybe you can, I don't know, if you have a quiet moment, which you have a lot of those every single day, write down what is important, like what you want to fix, and be honest about it.
My first session. So depending on how this session goes is going to be a deciding factor for me. If I want to do 2 a week, or if I want to do just 1 a week, or how I want to do it.
Why am I getting a feeling that these are going to be Zoom sessions, and the psychologist is not going to be able to, you know, get the full picture of what is happening to him?
Obviously, I feel like I don't want to be too extreme and do it twice a week, but we'll see. I definitely don't want to do it every other week because obviously I want the weight loss surgery like soon.
Okay, if what you're saying is true, then maybe you shouldn't do it twice a week because you're still trying to keep up with your schedule since your views are going down. And so you're going to have to keep up the number of videos to even continue to make that kind of money, you know, because you do want to save money. I mean, it's not like we haven't seen you buy all that stuff for the past few weeks and post about it. And so you've probably not been saving money, but I would strongly recommend that you do.
The sooner the better. So I can either get this done in a month and a half or 3 months. And to me, either one of those options is actually really good. So
okay, but for somebody that is overtaxed with flipping the phone sideways and filming themselves for a couple of minutes a day, I think therapy twice a week is way too much.
There's something else I want to mention because people are asking, like, why don't you
And also she pays for it, and so I would recommend she goes slow. But we know her, you know.
show your food, like what you're eating? And you guys heard me be a little snarky over there when I was showing you what I had for lunch today. And it's because people judge. It's like so harsh. And it's like, this is a moment for me where I just feel like the judgment is like, it makes me feel like I'm doing something wrong, even though I know what I'm doing is right.
For 9 years, Homegirl has been gaining weight. And she knows what she's doing now. She's doing right, even though we can see her gain weight. Make it make sense to me, because my brain is in a knot right now. How delusional does she have to be to even utter these things?
People are expecting me to be on the pre-op diet. I'm not on the pre-op diet.
No, but you should be doing everything to lose weight and also move and not just hold a sheet into the camera, a list of exercises that you might be doing if you were motivated, girl. We are not as dumb as you think we are.
not approved for weight loss surgery, so I'm not on the pre-op diet. People are
That's probably why you've been overeating and not moving at all, and not drinking water, and not trying to drink without a straw, and not laying off the carbonated beverages. There we go. Now we have the answer.
getting really confused with that, and I think that's becoming like frustrating to me because it's like people are expecting me to like be eating like the tiniest amount of food ever, and I'm just like, no, that's not.
Okay, no, I don't think who said that. Some people might really think that because they see you and they know that your life span is already very much shorter than it could have been if you had watched your weight more. But what I'm thinking is there should be some kind of tendency, you know, her losing weight, not visibly every single day, but gaining weight is definitely going in the wrong direction, right?
What this is. That's not the plan they have me on. That's not what my dietitian wants for me. That my dietitian tells me if I'm doing something wrong, if I'm doing something right, what she wants me to do. And having 2 eggs and 2 servings of Spam is okay. And I'm talking about
But it's salt laden and it's something you don't need to be doing.
when I had eggs and Spam. I'm having some Spam and some eggs.
Yeah, what I didn't comment on, I just commented on the plastic fork, but the styrofoam plate. That girl has nothing else to do, than to sit on her butt all day, and she cannot do dishes. I mean, there is a dishwasher in that apartment. I would make it a workout thing, like for how long I can stand up straight, and do the dishes. I would make that part of my workout routine. But no, she probably has a trash container next to her. And yeah, and totally aside from the fact what it does to our planet, and we only have one, and she lives on the same one as us.
So that's what I'm having. People were like coming for me, and I'm like, this is.
Then don't read the comments and don't watch reaction channels. Focus on what you need to be doing, and that is losing weight and making healthy choices.
2 eggs, which I'm allowed to have. It's 2 eggs.
Eat them, but don't talk about it now just because people didn't like it. You know, don't worry about your viewers.
But people were saying how it looks like it's 5 eggs. I'm like, I couldn't even stomach 5 eggs.
Yes, you could, and you just looked down when you said that, and you're lying your butt off, and you should be ashamed of yourself.
Like, if you guys know, I have egg intolerance.
What? Oh, come on. Is this like a video to see how much he can trigger people?
Comes and goes. It's gotten a lot better.
Why would you eat eggs if you have egg intolerance? I don't get it. But I'm not going to get into it because my mental health is very important to me.
The last few years, thank God. So eating 2 scrambled eggs is fine. And like recently, like I showed you guys like this quinoa ground turkey situation type deal that I absolutely loved. Calorie wise, it's 408 calories. What this is we have broccoli, we have a serving of guac, quinoa,
This clip better be shorter. I'm gonna cut it off.
onion, and ground turkey, and pico de gallo. And I had all the calories, and I told you guys the calories.
And we know that you do not know how to count calories. There are whole video compilations of that where you were wrong.
And I had the calories because I physically had the nutrition packet right in front of me. And there was people with the audacity to say, no, that's like 900 calories. Like one serving of ground turkey is like 250 calories. And I'm like, I have the physical nutrition packet right in front of me. Like, I know how to count calories. I'm just an idiot who doesn't do it. Like, that is why I need help, because I didn't do the right things. And I never do the right things for long term. And that's why weight loss surgery is there, is to help people like me. But it's just exhausting.
Okay, but if you never lose any weight, they're not gonna approve you, girl. That's just a fact.
It's so exhausting to like,
Want to respond to the haters, then don't do it. Go back to, I'm not reading comments, I'm staying off of Instagram, I'm focusing on this thing because this is my life. And you know, all those times when she said, ooh, I love the sunshine and I love the simple things in life. Okay, if you want to enjoy them longer than maybe 5 more years, then see that you lose weight.
literally, I feel like I am talking to a wall.
Because you are. People that hate you are not going to listen to what you have to say now.
Obviously, I don't mean that towards everyone who's watching me. I'm talking about the people who are just so reluctant on.
Yeah, but the vibe you're giving off when you're answering those hate comments, or I don't even think they're hate comments, she just takes them as such because she doesn't want to be criticized. Because she is the queen of moderation, let's not forget that. But the vibe that she's given off when she's addressing the haters is a negative one. And the people that are actually into her, you know, and are rooting for her to do better, it's not good for their mental health when they have to listen to this shit. So how about when you listen, when you respond to haters, you just do it in the community tab. How about that? Or on Instagram. But don't read comments anymore. I mean, come on. 9 years and you still haven't learned. I still remember that one clip where she was complaining about the first person that criticized her. And she was just in shock. And she tried to fix that person, you know. Like, how dare they? And why do they watch my videos? It's called Internet Girl, and after 9 years, you know, one thinks you could have learned the lesson that maybe you shouldn't respond to your haters in the videos.
Finding me in a lie or seeing if I'm like eating the wrong foods or the right foods.
Okay, but you are a liar and you're eating the wrong foods because that is pretty obvious.
Or all this stuff, and I'm just like, what?
You don't get it, do ya?
Like, it's just crazy. It's just like,
no, it's not crazy. It's a direct consequence of what you've done on your channel. But quit addressing the haters in your vlogs. I'm not one of the people that enjoys watching these vlogs, but there are people that actually want to see you do well, and you are harming them by the aggressive tone in your voice, by the disgusted expressions on your face. Just don't address the haters.
focus on you.
You focus on you and you focus on losing weight.
Honestly, focus on you.
And you focus on you. Can we move on now? Oh my gosh, it's 23 minutes into the vlog and it's only, what, 27 minutes long. Nice.
Like, stop comparing. Every program for weight loss surgery is different, and I've learned that the hard way.
And you are not a professional here, so stop with the TED Talks. Just move on with your weight loss journey, or get started on it, because, oh my gosh, right?
But I've also learned that the good way. Is that a saying? Probably not. Because I feel like what is happening for me is happening for a reason. And it's just like, worry about you. Worry about what you're eating.
Okay, how about you just make the vlogs and leave the rest up to us?
You know, I don't show what I'm eating for judgment and advice. No, I don't.
Oh, now we're back to that.
I don't need it. I have professionals for that now.
But you're not listening to them, otherwise you would be. Look, you've been selling us the whole weight loss surgery arc or narrative for end of November. Okay, let's not count November. December, January, February, March. This is the 4th month and you have not dropped a pound. What is going on? So your team of professionals is not capable of motivating you to get this done. And it's not even their job, it's your job to be motivated. They're just supposed to tell you what to do.
And people are constantly saying, follow professionals. I am.
No, you're not. No, you are not. Rewatch this vlog and look at yourself. You are not following their instructions.
That is why I'm here. That is what I'm doing.
No, the reason you are here is to make money, because otherwise you have no income. Okay? That is why you're here. That's why we have the pleasure of getting a vlog from you every other day, because homegirl needs the dough.
And I'm not on the pre-op diet. I think that's what people are getting super confused with.
No, you can call it what you want, pre-op diet or making healthy choices. You have got to lose weight. You have got to stop overeating on a daily basis.
I'm not supposed to be just eating these tiny, tiny portions. That's not.
No, but you're doing the extreme opposite of that. You are eating giant portions, otherwise you wouldn't be maintaining and gaining.
What they told me to do. Honestly, my lack of being transparent with what I'm eating is simply because I don't feel comfortable.
Huh? Your lack of transparency? No. Every time in those 9 years when you didn't talk about what you ate or how much you weigh is when you gained weight. That's when you overate just non-stop. And that's what you're doing now. And strangely enough, this time you're doing it while you're trying to sell the whole idea of being interested in weight loss surgery. That's a new one.
At all. And I don't feel safe in that. So I'm just, gonna
Then don't do it.
show when I want, when I don't want. It's gonna be rare. Like, I would love to come on here and show you guys more of what I'm making, what I'm eating, what I'm doing. It's just I don't feel comfortable. And
then don't do it anymore. And since your job, in air quotes, your job is to vlog your life, if you don't want to vlog your life anymore, how about you take a break from YouTube and really focus on your health, on your physical health, on your mental health. Do the therapy, do it twice a week and have YB pay for it, Don't focus on YouTube so much and who hates you and who, all that stuff. It's irrelevant. You need to save your life.
And I'm only going to share what I'm comfortable sharing. That doesn't mean I'm off track.
That's exactly what it does mean, because look at you.
That doesn't mean I'm gaining weight.
That's exactly what it means, because you are posting vlogs and not podcasts.
Because I'm not telling you guys my weight. I'm not telling you guys.
No, we don't have to know the number. You've been lying about that number anyway. But we can see you are getting larger. It is easy for a human being to tell if somebody is getting larger or smaller. That's why we out here in the real world, when we see a friend, let's say, we saw them last time a week ago and then we see them again and we're like, hey, you're looking great today. What have you done? And then they say, hey, I dropped a couple pounds or whatever, stuff like that. And so we can tell, we can compare.
That's my weight, because I do better when I don't do weigh-ins.
Then don't do weigh-ins. You lied about your weight anyway. Just do anything that helps you understand you need to lose weight.
Like, every single time I've lost a large chunk of weight, it's because I did not talk about my weigh-ins.
Huh? When did that happen, except for the alleged cancer scare and the hysterectomy?
When I lost 106 pounds, it's because I stopped doing weigh-ins. I stopped talking about my weight. Everyone thought I gained weight.
Then stop. Then stop talking about your weight. Stop talking about your weight loss surgery journey, because there apparently is none. There is none. What you're saying doesn't make any sense. Just stop it.
And I came on here and I said, nope, here's your proof. And that's happened a couple of other times. And it's just like, I do better when I don't have to like prove myself to people, because that's not why I'm here. I'm not.
Okay, but you haven't been doing that, and yet you're gaining weight. So you are, and your body is contradicting what you're saying right now. And oh my gosh, that greasy neck, look at that. But then again, her face is also greasy, so maybe she put some facial cream on or whatever.
Here to prove myself to anybody. I feel like the people who get angry and annoyed that I'm not showing my food or my weight or whatever it may be is only because people want to pick apart those things. It's not because they actually care.
Why do you care about what they say? That's the part I never get. For so many years now, she's been addressing the haters. I don't get it. She's full of hate. Look at her. She hates her own body. That's why she treats it the way she does. She lies. She has a shopping addiction. Man, I wouldn't want to trade with her for 5 minutes.
They just want to pick apart what I'm doing. And I don't want that.
And why do you feel the need to respond to it? Don't you have anything better to talk about?
Not in that type of like headspace.
No, but you are, because that's why you're talking about it.
So I'm not going to give that. And if that means people are going to be angry with me, whatever, because people are angry with me regardless.
You are angry with your audience no matter what. You had a whole flood of French-speaking people sent by the, I love to say it, the Belgian butt lady. I'm going to show her again this time. You had a whole lot of them. I'm bad at guessing, but was it like hundreds of them? And they were supporting you, and yet you were gaining weight, and yet you were addressing the haters, you know? So you have the problem in your head, totally aside from the fact that the hate that you are getting, you have caused by being a liar, manipulator, troll, a gaslighter, and everything else. And so, but constantly addressing the haters, you are so negative. Wow.
It's like I can never win. I can never do right. And
why do you want to win? What is winning to you? That the haters will shut up? Prove them wrong then. Go out there and actually move and stop overeating.
And that's just like how it's always going to be, I feel like. So obviously,
yeah, okay, if you say so, then you've manifested it for yourself. Then it's always going to be like this until you croak.
I still want to have comment of the day, even though, or question of the day, excuse me. I'm just used to saying comment of the day because I used to do that a lot. Even though,
yeah, but that was a long time ago, so you're pretty dizzy in the head.
Things got a little heated here. It's just I want to have the freedom to express myself.
Do that, but quit addressing the haters. It is so annoying.
And I just feel uncomfortable right now. And
then delete it. Well, too late. We're already watching it.
And that's okay. But the question today from Instagram:
do you like blonde hair?
Is,
or something irrelevant like that.
What are some of your favorite self-care things? They put
shopping and eating,
journaling, etc. Journaling used to be a really big one for me, but now I firmly believe self-care is also like self-love and doing things that you love.
Man, I'm gonna have to do a retro react on that video when she held all the TED Talks about how motivated she is and how she miraculously cured her relationship with food. Because where did all of that go, right?
Things that put you in a good like therapeutic state or just a calming state.
Yeah, unlike talking about the haters or addressing them, that is not good for your mental health, and you shouldn't be doing it.
And for some people that's meditation, for some people that's yoga. For me, it's things like art, like poetry, or it's things as simple as like doing Legos, like the tediousness of it all. Like I literally...
Yeah, but there's got to be a balance between sedentary activities and maybe moving that body, you know?
Love it. And I also really like to play like games on my phone. You got games on your phone? Yeah, I have quite a few. So anyways, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I feel like it's a long one. I don't know. I
Oh,
feel like I
yeah.
filmed so much today. So I need to start editing this. I hope that you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.
So this is actually the version after her editing out the parts that she deemed not worthy of posting. So I guess we were not very lucky today. But that is all right. But what I'm taking from this video is Amber has to stop lying. She has to stop being delusional. Maybe if it's true, maybe the therapist can help her start telling the truth or whatever. I don't know. I don't know, guys. But of course she can't stop posting. I wish she would do that, you know. Make a video where she says, okay, I'm done with this. I'm not mad at anybody, and it's not the haters that are pushing me to do this, but I'm gonna drop YouTube for a while and focus on myself. But we are talking here about a girl that has eaten herself to such a size and to such a bad physical condition where she cannot do anything else to make money. You know, and so she has to continue cranking out those videos in order to even have money to pay the rent and everything else, you know. All right, this is it from me for today. I hope I can edit mine down a little bit because I'm over 46 minutes, and so I apologize for that. But I would appreciate your comments, and I will see you in my next podcast. Okay, bye. Bye.